All right, beloveds, good morning. Wow, there's some excitement in here this morning. So awesome. So I am Reverend Lane Cobb. I have the honor of being minister here at 4th UU. And I see Pam coming, but I think we're going to get going, and Pam will just come on in. We have an opening hymn, and I'm going to lead you with my froggy voice, so please forgive me, but give me credit for my courage. The opening hymn is from All That Dwell Below the Skies, and there is a handout on your chair with the lyrics. And if Pam makes her way in here, maybe she can play. Well, let's see. Okay. So we are going to sing it in English, and then we're going to sing it in Spanish. And it goes like this, and just forgive me, but it goes like this. Don't sing yet. From all that dwell below the skies, let songs of hope and faith arise. Let peace, goodwill on earth be sung, through every land, by every tongue. You ready? From all that dwell below the skies, let songs of hope and faith arise. Let peace, goodwill on earth be sung, through every land, by every tongue. De todos bajo el gran sol, Sura esperanza, fe, amor, verdad y belleza cantando, de cada tierra, cada voz. Amen. Yippee. Hope you liked that. And you probably never see that again. Who is my board member to deliver the welcome this morning? Judy, would you like to deliver our welcome this morning?
Good morning. My name is Judy Chavrin, and I'm currently serving on the Board of Trustees of this congregation. All are welcome to join our hybrid worship service of the 4th Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Westchester, where everyone is welcome and everyone belongs. A special welcome to those new to our congregation. We're glad you're joining us this morning. We invite you to stay for our coffee hour, actually lunch today, after the service, and we hope you will sign our guest book. We are a liberal and inclusive community where members and friends gather to support each other in their spiritual journeys and to give service to the wider world of which we are a part. If you would like to learn more about our congregation and our faith tradition of Unitarian Universalism, we encourage you to connect with Harold Stillman, Lauren Normay, or Gretchen Grimm from our membership committee, and they're all here today. After the service, if you are joining us on Zoom, please put your name and contact information in the chat, and someone will reach out for you. You can also reach us by visiting our website at www.4thuu.org.
Judy, why don't you stay up for the candles? Stay up and light our candles, 1, 2, 1.
I have to light.
Oh, okay, yeah, come on up. Oh, come on up.
Okay.
And we're going to have a candle lighting. And normally there would be some music, but I refuse to sing again. Just pretend something's going on in your head. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lauren and Judy. So welcome again. So welcome to everyone who is gathered here in the sanctuary, and welcome to everybody who is joining us on Zoom. Some very familiar faces, and so happy to see you. Welcome, 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 all of you. As you heard, we are going to have a potluck luncheon today. Please stay. And the membership committee is also going to give a presentation to anyone who is interested in learning more about Fourth Unitarian Universalist Congregation or Unitarian Universalism in general. And we will have some instructions for you after the service today. Our call to worship words are from Reverend Angela Herrera, and she is the senior minister at First Unitarian Church in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Don't leave your broken heart at the door. Bring it to the altar of life. Don't leave your anger behind. It has high standards, and the world needs vision. Bring them with you and your joy and your passion. Bring your loving and your courage and your conviction. Bring your need for healing and your powers to heal. There is work to do, and you have all that you need to do it right here in this room. Al, welcome. You feel like lighting my chalice for us this morning? Come on up. Our chalice lighting words this morning are from Reverend Maureen Kellerin. She has been leading UU congregations for over 30 years. As the kindling of this chalice calls us to community, let there be light. As the flame of this chalice reminds us of our values, let there be light. As the glow of this chalice encourages us to hope, let there be light. Let there be light. Thank you, Al. Please join me and Pam in singing our chalice lighting song. The words are in your order of service. And Bob, we actually don't need those hymnals. We're good. We're good. But thank you. This is our worker bee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ready, Pam?
Oh, may this chalice ever be a symbol of our unity, that in this hour we now unite our separate flames to make one light.
And the words to our unison affirmation are also found in your order of service and on the wall behind Pam. Love is the spirit of this fellowship. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Our reading today is from poet Langston Hughes. It is called Dusk. Wandering in the dusk, sometimes you get lost in the dusk, and sometimes not. Beating your fists against the wall, you break your bones against the wall, and sometimes not. Walls have been known to fall. Dusk turn to dawn, and chains be gone. Our centering hymn is number 1031 in your teal hymnal. You have it on the handout on the other side, filled with loving kindness. We will sing it through first, and then the next verse will start with, first is I, then will be you, then will be they, then we'll end with, may we be filled with loving kindness. Pam will lead us.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be whole.
One more, Pam. May they be filled.
All right. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well. May they be peaceful and at ease. May they be whole.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Pam, for that audible. And thank you, everyone. We have come to the time in our service that we share our joys and our sorrows. We make space for the full experience of humanity as we celebrate our accomplishments, our triumphs, our good news, and we also share the sadness of loss. If you would like a candle to be lit for you and you'd like to say some words, Bob is going to bring the microphone around. Please hold it directly in front of your mouth so you can be heard clearly on Zoom. If you would like a candle to be lit in silence, just please put your hand up. So for all the joys and concerns, thank you, spoken and unspoken. One final candle is lit. May these candles burn brightly in our hearts, and may they be a beacon to all who are searching for a home, for all who live in countries that are ravaged by war and climate change, and for all who stand in fear of escalations in violence in our country and around the world, and for families torn apart by immigration policies that make absolutely no damn sense. May we hold the world in our consciousness, and may our love be translated into action that sows peace and belonging among all men and living things. Let us now enjoy a moment of silence.
Puente de amor, ven hacia mí y al corazón cántale tu compasión. Sopla dolor, sube en el mar hasta moldear la justicia de la vida. Arraigame, libérame, fuente de amor, ven a mí, ven a mí. Spirit of light, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life a shape of justice, roots only close, wings set me free, Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Thank you. So we've come to the time in our service when we open our hearts and our wallets and give generously to those organizations we care about. And this morning we will take two collections. One will be for this congregation and the other is for our community partner, Fred's Pantry, which distributes food in the Peekskill Croton area and, as you know, will be hit harder now due to the truncation of SNAP benefits. If you would like to give to Fred's Pantry, please do so in the basket with the cloth, and fourth you please give to the basket that Bob has without the cloth. And if you are on Zoom and would like to give, both of those organizations can be found in your Google browser.
This song is I'm So Glad You're Here, and I'm thinking about Adrian and Carol as I sing it, because I'm so glad they're here. So glad I'm here, so glad I'm here, so glad I'm here, here today. I'm so glad I'm here, I'm so glad I'm here, I'm so glad I'm here, here today. I'm gonna sing while I'm here, I'm gonna sing while I'm here, I'm gonna sing while I'm here, here today. I'm gonna sing while I'm here, I'm gonna sing while I'm here, I'm gonna sing while I'm here, here today. You know that joy brought me here, joy brought me here, joy brought me here, here today. Ah, joy brought me here, joy brought me here, yes, joy brought me here, here today. And love brought me here, love brought me here, love brought me here, here today. Oh, love brought me here, love brought me here, love brought me here, here today. And I'm gonna give while I'm here, I'm gonna give while I'm here, gonna give while I'm here, here today. I'm gonna give while I'm here, here today. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you're here, here today. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, here today. Yes, I'm so glad you're here, here today. And I'm so glad we're here, here today.
God, that was great. We are so glad that you are all here. Indeed, in love and joy. And that is, of course, what we're going to be talking about this morning in so many ways, as we often do. I'm so glad to see people who are here for the first time and who are returning in love. We hope that you come back frequently. So our fourth UU Women's Group, or as I like to call it, our Gathering of Goddesses, met this past Sunday. And on that day, Beth Woogan led the discussion. She called it Letting Go and Moving into Discovery. It was an extraordinary conversation with 18 goddesses in attendance, all sharing their answers to the question, what is one thing you would like to let go of? What we shared ran the gamut from memories of old boyfriends, that was mine, to worry about the future and regret about the past, and sugar cravings. Then she asked us to consider how we might let go of the things that we had mentioned. And of all the solutions pondered, gratitude was mentioned more than once. To be grateful for what is, for who we are and what we have, standing right here in the present, is a tried and true method of relieving ourselves from the bonds of regret or worry or sadness, or maybe even sugar cravings, although I'm not sure about that one. I share this today because I want to invite us to lean into gratitude this morning. Despite the fact that November begins our season of gratitude, as many of us prepare for our national holiday of Thanksgiving, this sermon came to me on the heels of the No Kings protests. Joyful as they were, even in the face of the gloomiest outlook this country has faced in a very long time. A gathering of people expressing gratitude for each other's company, exhibiting compassion for their fellow human beings, being kind to and generous with each other, standing together in a space of defiance, projecting a triumphant stance, holding each other in a tender embrace, fearful yet hopeful. For sure, it is important that we do not allow ourselves to be swallowed up by the darkness that threatens to plow us under. This we cannot do. Freedom must live on. I've spoken more than once from this pulpit about how important it is for us to lean into community, to share our joys and concerns, our fears and our accomplishments. When times are at their darkest, communing with others is how we find hope. Now, does anyone remember the Shawshank Redemption? You just saw it the other day. You just saw it the other day? I think we should all watch it again. The 1994 film based on a novel written by Stephen King about banker Andy Dufresne, who was played by Tim Robbins, who is sentenced to life in Shawshank State Penitentiary for murder that he says he didn't commit. The film chronicles his 2 decades of imprisonment where he sows seeds of hope among his fellow inmates through acts of kindness and compassion while putting his own personal safety at risk but simultaneously elevating his own sense of humanity and self-satisfaction. His willful acts of quiet defiance asserted the enduring power of the human spirit in the face of systemic oppression. Among the scenes you may remember are the one where he arranges for a prison work crew to have beer after tarring a roof, and then sits off to the side watching them enjoy it because he had given up drinking. Or my favorite scene, when he locks himself in the warden's office and pipes Mozart, right, throughout the prison and into the yard, for which he receives 2 weeks in solitary confinement. The film won 7 Oscar nominations, including Best Actor for Morgan Freeman, who played fellow inmate Ellis Red Redding. Despite underperforming at the box office, the film has become a cult classic. I dare say its tagline, "Fear can make you a prisoner. Hope can set you free," holds meaning for anyone who has experienced fear and oppression. And I'm thinking that is all of us, at least to some extent. Hope is a liberating emotion. It helps us rise above our physical and emotional burdens and the debilitating sense of cynicism and despair that can shut us down and take us out. Being grateful for what is, treating ourselves and each other with kindness and practicing open-hearted generosity are gateways to the hope and the sense of freedom that every spirit needs and deserves to experience. This brings me to the point of my sermon this morning, that in the fight for freedom and liberation, gratitude, kindness, and generosity are not just a good idea. They are tools we may employ to nurture our souls and to keep us upright. They are, if you will, collective acts of defiance. Gratitude alone is a refusal to let despair write the story of our lives. It is standing in the wreckage of what was and still being able to say, there is beauty here. It is staring into the face of brutality and hatred and seeing humanity in the face of the oppressor. Gratitude can be an act of bravery that transports us away from fear and paralysis towards power and transformation. We live in a time when gratitude actually can feel like rebellion. With wars raging, the climate trembling, and our democracy trembling, our personal lives stretched thin by worry and caregiving and uncertainty, pausing to whisper thank you can seem quite absurd. And yet this is precisely when gratitude matters the most. Because to be grateful, truly grateful, is to resist the lie that everything is broken beyond repair. To be kind, intentionally, compassionately kind, is to resist the lie that people are not worth saving. To be generous, open-handed with our time, our resources, and our hearts is to resist the lie that we do not have enough to share. And to be free, inwardly and outwardly free, is to resist the lie that love must bow to fear. These are not separate tasks. They are connected in a singular journey towards freedom and liberation. Gratitude roots us. Kindness moves us. Generosity opens us. And freedom lifts us. In the Book of Delights, poet Ross Gay writes, "The more you study delight, the more delight there is to study." Moment by moment, the world offers us small rebellions of goodness. The smell of coffee brewing, for those of us who like coffee. The sound of laughter from down the hall. A child waving from a stroller. God bless you. These are quiet reminders that life persists. Indeed, the more grateful we are, the more things we find to be grateful for. At any moment, we can employ gratitude to change our experience from scarcity to sufficiency, from fear to trust, from exhaustion to renewal. But we can't stop there. That personal sense of freedom that we get from a gratitude praxis is insufficient for true liberation, which, as generations of freedom fighters have reminded us, is tied up with that of our friends, our neighbors, and indeed the entire planet. For true and lasting liberation, our gratitude must be expressed into the world through acts of kindness and radical acts of inclusion. A smile of acknowledgement to a stranger, words of encouragement, or acting in defense of dignity all stand in opposition to the daily assaults of cruelty and indifference that we witness and that we absorb. We may never know how one act of kindness can affect another person, but from stories I've heard, it can be life-saving. Kindness is gratitude in motion. You who are gathered here are some of the kindest people I have ever met. And you know I don't blow smoke. Your generosity supports this. This is a time when we must all dig deep and give big. You know this, and you do this. And I know it's not always easy. In fact, it seldom is. Being generous takes trust. To trust that your generosity will be reciprocated. To trust that your generosity will not leave you lacking. To trust that when you share, others will share too, and that your generosity, no matter how big or small, will make a difference. To trust that your love, in whatever form it takes, will be returned. Like gratitude, generosity is a spiritual practice that helps us overcome fear by refusing to play small and asking us to trust what may be an unseen benefit. It also gives us connection, purpose, and a sense that what we do does matter. In giving, we are freed from the experience of having nothing to give. And finally, beloveds, I invite us to experience freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from oppression, freedom from our own experience of not being enough, freedom to be oneself in a world that threatens to destroy us if we do not capitulate, freedom to live with integrity in a world rife with fraud, freedom to see the divine in each and every person and to refuse to let hatred colonize our hearts. Freedom to welcome the stranger with open arms and work for liberation that includes absolutely everyone. Freedom to build the beloved community where everything is shared and no one's dignity is negotiable. Freedom is what gratitude, kindness, and generosity make possible. Freedom is what love looks like when all the doors and windows are open. Gratitude opens us. Kindness engages us. Freedom transforms us. Generosity expands us. This is how we survive what we are living through. This is how we become who we are called to be. In Braiding Sweetgrass, Robin Wall Kimmerer writes, gratitude cultivates an ethic of fullness, a reminder that the world is a gift. And beloveds, so are we when we live that way. May we go forth grateful, not because everything is good, but because goodness still insists on being seen. May we go forth kind, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. May we lead with generosity, trusting that love replenishes love. And may we go forth free, unafraid, unhindered, unbound by fear and the threat of annihilation. Because, beloveds, gratitude is our grounding. Kindness is our way. Generosity is our offering. And freedom is our birthright. Beloveds, may you find reasons to give thanks that surprise you. May you find ways to be kind that restore your faith in humanity. May you give from a heart that knows it is held. And may you rise again and again, free to be and free to love. May it be so. I invite us now to enter our time of congregational comment, followed by announcements. Anyone who would like to offer a thought, maybe just share something you're grateful for, or a time when an act of kindness lifted you. Bob has the microphone. Bob, let me start with people online. Let me see. Anyone online like to offer a reflection? Okay. Oh, Tony? Tony, yeah, go ahead.
First, thank you. That was really, really beautiful. Excuse me, I have a cold. That's kind of why I'm not there, in person, getting over a cold. But what you said about gratitude, it's really the only way to peace. And if we're angry or at war with ourselves, we can't do good in the world. So there's always, like you're saying, there's always something to be really grateful for. Like even that I can take a breath, I'm alive today. There's life, there's hope. So thank you for that beautiful message.
I am so grateful to be here with all of you. It feels like I'm coming to sanity. Whatever else is going on, at least in here, I do feel safe. And I feel the love in the room. And this is so important.
I'm grateful that the Lord allowed me another beautiful day, and I'm grateful that I can experience good, positive things as opposed to the divisiveness that we're all witnessing.
Judy and I are considering the possibility of having put on our tombstone, "They ate good."
Hi, I'm Pam. Thank you, Reverend Lane. That was wonderful. I was thinking when you were talking about forgiveness, there's a play on Broadway now called Punch, And it is based on a true story of someone who punched another man and actually killed him with one punch. And the story's core is the family of the man who was killed comes to forgive the guy who did the punch. And when the story starts, he doesn't seem redeemable. He doesn't seem like anybody anyone should care about. And he becomes human through the course of the story. And the family gives him that gift.
The past few years, I've been working, volunteering as a poll watcher at elections. Today's the last day of early voting, and Tuesday's election day. And I've been assigned to do poll watching the last 2 years at the Jefferson Village Annex. And the woman, during early voting, the County Board of Elections sends somebody who works for the board to run the early voting site. They don't do that on election day because there's just too many election sites. So the woman who runs this site during early elections, and I've been there, early voting, I've been there both years, is excellent, does a wonderful job. In fact, I've gotten to the point where I just stop in and say hello, schmooze with her and leave because there's nothing to watch. She's very fair, she's very good. Place runs great. But what's really interesting is that she is a major Republican operative in Yorktown. She was and known as such, and she was the personal secretary for a very right-wing Tea Party supervisor, and a Republican majority appointed her to fill out somebody's term on the town board. So we both know each other because I'm known as a Democrat. And yet we schmooze together and we have a lovely time talking. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't completely stopped going there, even though it's not necessary. I want to check in with Mary, say hi for a while, schmooze a little bit, show pictures of our grandchildren, stuff like that. And it's really delightful. You know, we don't talk politics, but it's really delightful to find that you can do that. You can still do that in a divided country like this, that you can both find pleasure in the company of someone whose politics are completely opposite of yours.
I too love Shawshank Redemption, but there's another scene where there's a young man who's in jail who can't read. And Andy, besides creating this incredible library that this prison never had a library, and then they got books from all over the world. But there's one scene where this young man opens an envelope and it says high school diploma. And I think there's many educators in here. And so just take a minute to thank yourself or be grateful for all the children that you made a difference, the social workers that are here, the educators that are here, the people that are here, and how we should be grateful that we had that opportunity to make a difference in the lives of so many children.
Back.
You could do him first if he's there.
Okay, you got it. Michael, and as a former veteran in our military, I can only say that the military does not believe in the paper tiger that's in the White House. The military is here for our country, and the peace and prosperity that we have here now is because of our military going back 80 years on the Normandy Beach. So do not fear the paper tiger. Our military has our back.
Hi, my name's Gretchen. Sorry to double dip. I feel it's very important to show kindness at the risk of me being vulnerable, and I'm aware of that. And I try to pass out red cards as much as I can. I'm holding one in my hand. Usted tiene derechos constitucionales. So in Spanish, it talks about constitutional rights, and it's not so relevant now because it's cold. But Mom and I gave out red cards this morning at the McDonald's parking lot at Welcher Avenue in Peekskill. But we can't not just give red cards. We have to give water. So they look right in my face and say thank you, and it just shot love to my heart, knowing that he's at risk. This unknown person could be deported at any time, and maybe, just maybe, this red card could help him prevent some nasty ICE person from capturing him. Thank you.
One of the things I like is that it's hard to paint happiness on somebody else without spilling a little bit on yourself.
Bob, Ralph would like to share, and then if anyone else is on Zoom, please let us know. We're going to close out our service shortly.
Thanks, Lane. It's really a gift to us to make us remember the things that we're grateful for. And the thing that just came to my mind with Gretchen talking about giving out water is I was so grateful for having Halloween with so many young, little kids coming in, getting a smile and handing them, and how the parents would be there saying, remember to say thank you.
And we get over 300 kids.
Oh my God. Wow. All right, last call on Zoom. May I just say how grateful I am for all of you and for all of your comments and wonderful, thoughtful reflections. Are there announcements before we extinguish our chalice? Did you have an announcement other than the new members luncheon? Okay. Oh, David, you have an announcement? It's okay. Wait, David. Let me give you this. It's okay.
Because then the people on Zoom can hear you.
Just want to amend the date for meditation group that is printed in today's order of service. It's actually going to be November 21st, not November 14th, if anyone's interested. Thank you.
Just a very practical, logistical announcement about the bring-in lunch. We are going compostable, and so everything that's going to be out on the tables, the plates, the cups, the forks and spoons and knives, and the food that's left over on the plate will be compostable. We have a basket set up in the kitchen with a green compost bag in it. So if you happen to end up taking your own dish in there, please put that in there. Everything that you'll have in your hand can go in there. I mean, please spill out the liquid in the sink, but the plates, the food left over on the plates, the cups, the forks, spoons, they can all go in the compost bag. Okay?
Forgive me if I'm not exactly correct, but on November 8th, next Saturday, from 5 to 7, I understand the Village of Croton is hosting Open Arms, a movie, The Arrivals, and Ted Berger, the president, is going to speak. Also, I learned yesterday that Peekskill is going to have a turkey trot, and immediately I'm like, oh! So if you remember, George Cudniglio used to be a member here, and publicly on Facebook, I'm like, I need to give a vegan turkey loaf. And he said, yes, I always do. So on November 22nd in Peekskill, they're asking you to bring food donations, and it's just 1 mile. That's very short. You can do it. Probably, I don't know, probably downtown Peekskill in front of the library. I haven't done it.
We'll ask Pam to put it into the fourth ward. Thank you. Another correction, on the back of your order of service, the Women's Wisdom Group is going to not be on the 16th. It is going to be on the 23rd. And Lauren Normay will be offering our sermon or our talk next week. Our next service, November 16th, Bad Habits Die Hard. How to win over allies and get others involved and support your cause. So we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. And let us extinguish our chalice. Please join me. Your chalice extinguishing words are in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of love, fellowship, and truth. May we hold these in our hearts until we gather again. Okay.
How hungry are people?
No, how hungry are
Do
we?
you want to do the closing hymn, or would you like to?
Absolutely do the closing.
All righty then. Janet has spoken. We have 4 verses, so if the melody is not familiar to you, just listen and then join in. Our world is one world. What? I'm sorry, it's 1:34. I should have waited till you all got your.
It's my fault because I went out of order.
Let's talk about whose fault it is.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll take it. I'll take one for the team.
Our world is one world. What touches one affects us all. The seas that wash us round about, the clouds that cover us, the rain that falls. Our world is one world. The thoughts we think affect us all. The way we build our attitudes with love or hate we make, a bridge or wall. Our world is one world. Its ways of health affect us all. The way we spend, the way we share, the good, rich or poor, who stand or fall. Our world is one world. It's like a ship that bears us all, where fear and greed make many holes, but where our hearts can hear a different call.
So I'll just offer some words of parting before our sung benediction. My prayer for you, beloveds, rooted in gratitude, guided by kindness, sustained by love. May the world be a gentler, more forgiving place for your having been here. And go in peace.
May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide
Thank you, Pam. Beloveds, we will be setting up some tables. If you are visiting us on Zoom, this ends your service. We love you. Please come back. Thank you so much for visiting. And if you are new, please make sure we get your contact information. We love you all.